गुड इवनिंग मेरे प्यारे बच्चों। जैसा कि आप सभी लोग जानते हैं दैट सीबीएसई हैज़ अनाउंस्ड इट्स बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल। सो नेक्स्ट 1 or 2 weeks ऑल यू गाइज हैव टू फेस द सीबीएसई बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल। सो मुझे लगा कि एक बार मुझे आप लोगों के सामने आना चाहिए रिगार्डिंग बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल्स। सो एज फार एज होल chemistry practical or biology practical or physics practical is concerned, just few things I would like to share with you, that how you can share good marks in your practical exam. There are few tips which are very very important. So let me share few very basics things which are required. Just not only that you have to prepare well for your practical exams, but there are certain tips which you need to keep in your mind while going for a board practical exam. फर्स्ट थिंग जैसे कि मैं आप लोगों को शेयर करना चाहूँगा दैट वाइल गिविंग योर बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम यू हैव टू बी गुड प्रेजेंटेबल। उस दिन आप लोग जब स्कूल जाए, टेक अ प्रॉपर बाथ, हैव अ वेल पॉलिश्ड शूज एंड योर ड्रेस हैज़ टू बी वेल आयर्न। कपड़े एकदम प्रेस होने चाहिए। यू हैव टू वेयर योर स्कूल यूनिफॉर्म प्रॉपरली। Moreover, if you are having your blazer, so you should wear your blazer. Your hair should be properly combed and you should wear a watch, so that while doing your practical exam you will have a good idea that how much time is left. So ये कुछ basics होते हैं जो आप लोगों को उस दिन follow करना होता है. And secondly, you have to be very polite with your examiner, because internal is okay, but as far as one who is coming from the outside from other schools, so it is just that 5-10 minutes when you sit for your viva, that is the time when you can create your good impression on him. So in terms of making good impression for your examiner, so whatever practical you have done, you should have a very good idea while giving your viva. You have to be confident enough that whatever work you have done with thorough knowledge. Secondly, your practical file has to be properly checked. It has to be properly covered. आप properly उसको brown cover से अच्छे से wrap कीजिए अपनी फाइल को. Moreover, properly labeled होना चाहिए, name slip उसमें properly mentioned हो. And very important is that you should check your practical file, that it has to be checked from your internal examiner. जो भी आपकी स्कूल टीचर है उससे प्रॉपरली चेक करा लीजिए बिफोर गोइंग फॉर अ प्रैक्टिकल बोर्ड एग्जाम. One, you should go and sit with your teacher, and if you have any doubt in any particular practical, you should discuss with him or her regarding your practical, so that while giving your viva you should have a very much confidence in yourself, that in case if examiner will ask something you should know the answer. More important is, कोई ज़रूरी नहीं है कि यू शुड हैव ऑल द आंसर्स. मे बी कई बार ऐसा होता है कि बच्चे नर्वस हो जाते हैं, इवन उनको आंसर पता होता है, बट बिकॉज ऑफ प्रेशर, बिकॉज ऑफ बोर्ड एग्ज़ाम, बच्चे कई बार एग्जाम्पल्स या अच्छे से आंसर को डिस्क्राइब नहीं कर पाते हैं. तो मैं यही कहूँगा, बी काम एंड कूल, और जब आप अपना एग्ज़ाम देने जाए बिल्कुल स्ट्रेस फ्री होके जाए, वेल प्रिपेयर्ड होके जाए. और इनकेस अगर नहीं भी आता है तो आप बोल दीजिए कि सर ये मुझे नहीं. डोंट गिव रॉन्ग आंसर, डोंट क्रिएट एनी काइंड ऑफ इम्प्रेशन विच गिव्स नेगेटिव मार्क्स टू यू. अगर नहीं आता क्लियरली, सर मुझे नहीं आता, मैम मुझे नहीं आता, यू कैन जंप ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन. मोर ओवर, prepare at least 2 chapters thoroughly from your theory. In case if you are not able to answer from your practical, I am very sure that your examiner will ask few questions from your theory. So he will ask कि तुम कौन सा theory में chapter अच्छे से करके आए हो. So you should have a command of 1 or 2 chapter from your theory. Either it has to be from your inorganic part or from your organic, and you have to be very thorough, so that in case if he can ask any question, like मैं organic का part ले लेता हूँ. ऑर्गेनिक में आपके पास फिनॉल ईथर्स का है, हेलो एल्केन्स हेलो एरीन्स के ऊपर है, एरोमेटिक कंपाउंड्स के ऊपर है, नाइट्रो के ऊपर है, नाइट्रो कंपाउंड्स के ऊपर वेरियस नेम रिएक्शंस हो गए, कार्बिल अमीन रिएक्शंस हो गई, आपकी रिमेटेमन रिएक्शंस हो गई, इन द सिमिलर वे डाइजोटाइजेशंस हो गए, फ्रिडल क्राफ्ट रिएक्शंस हो गई, आपकी डाउस प्रोसेस हो गया आपका. दिस काइंड ऑफ अ क्वेश्चन समटाइम्स एग्जामिनर माइट आस्क, एनी नेम रिएक्शन ही कैन आस्क, और एनीथिंग विच इन केस अगर आपने जैसे पॉलीमर के बारे में बोला कि सर मैं पॉलीमर चैप्टर प्रिपेयर करके आया, ही कैन आस्क थर्मोसेटिंग प्लास्टिक्स, thermoplastic. These kind of questions are very common. So whatever you prepare well for your board practical exams. You have to be very clear about all the principles of the chemistry practicals. इंडेक्स को आप प्रॉपरली पढ़ लीजिए सो दैट एग्जामिनर कई बार पूरी फाइल्स नहीं चेक करते, जस्ट ही गो थ्रू योर इंडेक्स वॉट एवर प्रैक्टिकल्स यू हैव डन इन लास्ट 1 year. He can ask a basic principle of any chapter. So coming on to the chemistry practical, as I told you earlier also कि chemistry practical में two things are very important. First is salt analysis, in which you know cation and anions. Cations are basic radicals, anions are acidic radicals. कैटाइंस को जैसे सोडियम आयंस हो गया बेसिक रेडिकल्स, एनाइंस का अभी जैसे मैंने एक एग्जांपल दे रखा है, आप लोग देख सकते हैं सोडियम हाइड्रोक्साइड को जब हम ब्रेक करते हैं सो इट गिव्स सोडियम आयन, सो सोडियम इज ए कैटायन. सिमिलरली फॉर बेसिक रेडिकल्स लाइक एनाइन, अगर हम सल्फ्यूरिक एसिड को ब्रेक करते हैं इट गिव्स सल्फेट आयन, सो सल्फेट कंसिडर्ड एज ए एसिडिक रेडिकल्स. नाउ कमिंग ऑन टू द सॉल्ट एनालिसिस, ये मैंने कुछ ब्रीफ में डिस्क्राइब किए कि हाउ यू कैन check that whatever anions or cations are present in your salt which will be given to your board practical exams. So, few very brief examples I have given, like how to check. Like first you take your salt, pinch of salt, very small quantity you have to take, don't go for a bulk quantity. थोड़ा सा salt लीजिए आप, उसमें water add कर दीजिए. Then you have to add barium chloride solution. If it gives white precipitate, there is a chances of sulfate ion or sulfite ions. So you do dissolve that white precipitate in HCl. If it gets dissolved, then precipitate dissolves. There is SO3 2 negative. Otherwise, if it does not get dissolved, it is a sulfate ion. Similarly, आप लोग देख सकते हैं for nitrate and nitrite, there is a different. First, you have to take the salt and you have to make the solution in simple water. Then from that water, so aqueous solution, you can do multiple analysis to check whether it is a sulfate ion or nitrate ion or nitrine ion. Similarly, for halo groups like chloride, bromide, iodide, you have to use sulfuric acid and then silver nitrate. If it gives white, then it is a chloride, or if it gives pale yellow, then it has to be bromide, and if it gives you a yellow color, then it is a iodide. Moving on to the next, as you can see, salt plus water. Again, you have to prepare same solution to check whether there is acetate. So what you can do, you can take very small pinch of a salt and you add water and just rub it and smell. If there is a smell of vinegar, it clearly shows that it contains your acetate ion. It's a very basic test which I am describing with you, which I am sharing with you, so that you will have a very good idea. Similarly, if you add lead acetate with dilute sulfuric acid, if it gives black color, then it has to be sulfite S-2, or if it gives brick effervescence, that means it is a carbonate ion. Similarly, there are few groups like first group, second, third, fourth and fifth. As you can see that I have mentioned, for first it is lead +2, for second it is lead +2, copper, arsenic. In third group it is iron and aluminium. In fourth it's nickel and zinc, and in fifth is barium and. So similarly, again, that organic solution I have written O solution. So if you add ammonium, aqueous solution of ammonia, if it gives blue color, then it contains your copper ions. If it gives white, that it shows that it is a arsenic. Otherwise, what you can do, if these two tests are negative, then you have to go for again other tests. That is, if you have to add potassium hexacyanoferrate solution of it. So if it gives white precipitate, then it has to be zinc. Otherwise, a blue solution indicates the presence of ferric ion. Few more examples I have mentioned. You have to take some salt, then you have to add water, and if you add DMG, dimethyl glyoxam, and if it gives red precipitate, it shows the presence of nickel ion. So these are some few tests which I mentioned over here. Otherwise, what is important for you students, that prepare well for your board practical exam. Just these analysis tests you need to mug up. You have to be very clear that what are the confirmatory tests for metal ions, for anions, for cations, because examiner is going to ask randomly that what test you have done, how can you confirm that this particular anion or cation is present. So at that moment of time, you have to be very clear about these tests without any hesitation, without any confusion. You have to be very clear about your analysis test, that how you, like for ammonia, it is Nestler's reagent. Sometimes examiner can ask कि Nestler's reagent हम किस anion या किस cation को analysis के लिए use करते हैं, which cation confirms Nestler reagent test, or how can you confirm the presence of calcium ion, or how can you confirm the presence of strontium ion or barium? So you have to be very clear that what exactly is the test which is required to confirm the presence of these metal ions or cations. I hope आप लोगों को समझ में आया होगा. And keep one thing very clear in your mind, that don't argue with any of the teacher or your board examiner for that particular day, for those few hours or few minutes. Consider your examiner as a god. भगवान मानिए उनको, क्योंकि उनके हाथ में ही आपके बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम्स के नंबर्स होते हैं. And these 30 numbers are of free of cost. Let me tell you my own example. I secured 30 on 30 in chemistry, bio and physics. And let me share one more thing, that in chemistry practical I was not able to answer 2 questions, but I clearly said, sir, मुझे नहीं आता है, and I jumped to another answer which I gave in a very very confident manner, and I impressed my examiner. So there are certain basics things. These are some very basic thumb rules for the board exam, that कोई बाहर से कोई अलग नहीं आ रहा. He is also a human being one who comes with a very very basic concept, and he is actually looking for that how much preparation you have for the boards. That's it. हुआ मत बनाइए. Board practical is a very normal thing. Just you need to prepare well. Dress in a proper manner. School uniform proper होनी चाहिए. You have to be well dressed. आपके बाल इधर उधर बिखरे नहीं होने चाहिए. Shabby नहीं लगने चाहिए आप लोगों को. Properly shoes polished होने चाहिए. And once you sit for a viva, or once examiner will come in front of you, the first basic thing that you should wish her or him, good morning sir, or whatever, good morning ma'am, because these are some basic things which creates a very good impression on the teacher. These are the one basic. Moreover, be very clear about your investigating the project work which you have done. It has to be properly checked. And your file is very important. Throughout the year, whatever work you have done, it is in your practical file, so it has to be checked from your internal examiner. So your school teacher must know about you. He is the one who is going to create an impression for you, that throughout the year you have been very much particular, that you have done. इन केस अगर आपकी अच्छी रेपो नहीं है, आप अभी आपके पास टाइम है, आप जाइए अपने टीचर के पास, थोड़ा टाइम स्पेंड कीजिए, बैठिए उनके साथ, एंड यू हैव टू शो दैट यू आर एक्चुअली वेरी वेरी सीरियस फॉर योर बोर्ड एग्जाम्स. तब आपको अच्छे नंबर मिलेंगे. एंड आई एम एश्योरिंग यू दैट यू विल डू वेल इन योर बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल एग्जाम. दीज 30 मार्क्स आर ऑफ वेरी मच वैल्यू इन योर बोर्ड एग्जाम, बिकॉज 30 मार्क्स आपका बोर्ड प्रैक्टिकल्स के हैं, 70 मार्क्स थ्योरी में. आउट ऑफ 30 you can secure 30 marks. Just a basic preparation is required. I hope and I'm very sure that you guys will do very well. और इसके साथ मैं वीडियो फिनिश करता हूँ. In case of any query, you can ask me, you can write down mail on this amazing chemistry class. My mail ID is rohit.chakravarti@yahoomail.com or rohit.chakravarti06@gmail.com. You can text me also. Thank you very much and all the very best for board practical exam. Please do like and subscribe my channel. Thank you.